Little Nightmares is a horror game made by Tarsier Studios. This game is one of the best horror games I've ever played, and my favorite part about it is the awesome and terrifying monsters. In this video, I will create Fakemon designs for each of these crazy characters, starting with the janitor. Spoilers ahead, but in Little Nightmares, the janitor is the first main antagonist that the player meets. We play as Six, a little girl trying to escape the maw, and the janitor is trying to stop us. The main features of him are his long arms and his blindness, so I wanted to try to incorporate both of that. I thought of animals like a bat or a monkey, but I decided to do a bat. Baclium, dark flying type, 4'6", 60 pounds, the blind Pokemon. The shiny concept, the brown fur turns maroon. Baclium have incredible senses. Because they can't see, their own senses are very powerful. When flying, their arms can stretch up to 8 feet long. Baclium is one of my favorite designs in this video, but let's move on to the second design. Next up, we have the Twin Chefs. The Twin Chefs are also creepy characters found in Little Nightmares 1. They're the second main boss we fight. The already existing Pokemon you can see on the bottom right of your screen, Tandemouse, is a perfect design opportunity for this. I decided to make a fan-made evolution based on the Twin Chefs of the Tandemouse line. Meet Colomouse, a fire normal type, 2'8", 77.4 pounds. The Spice Pokemon, shiny concept, the whole body turns white like the original Tandemouse. Anything Colomouse cooks has an unsettling effect on those who eat it. The taste is incredible, but the people who eat it often feel like they are being watched. Let's move on to our third Pokemon. Even though you encounter her last in the actual Little Nightmares franchise, I decided, why not do her next? The lady is one of my favorite characters in Little Nightmares. She's so mysterious and creepy, so I wanted to make a Pokemon that gives the same effect. A mysterious, creepy, shadow doll Pokemon would fit really well. So, this is Shadoom. It was hard to find a good concept because all the lady was just a lady. That's kind of it. But I decided to make a ghost Pokemon. So, a ghost dark type named Shadoom, ghost dark type, 6'1", 110.5 pounds, the spirit Pokemon. Shiny concept, the hands and hair turn white. So all the black turns white, and then Shadoom is very powerful Pokemon. It lurks in the dark, avoiding light and mirrors. Seeing its own reflection is this Pokemon's weakness. Shadoom is a very cool Pokemon in my opinion. It's one of my favorites from the video. Moving on to one of the most disturbing characters in the whole Little Nightmares franchise, the Guests. The Guests are these really giant creatures, or people, I don't really know. And they walk on all fours and hunt the player. They come in packs. There's like 30 of them at one point. And I really didn't know what to do. I wanted to make something really big like a pig, but I decided to do a bloated tick. I thought a tick would work perfectly because they just feed. Blowtick, the bug ground type, 5'1", 416.7 pounds. The gluttonous Pokemon. The shiny concept, the skin turns pale and the body turns dark red, just like in actual Little Nightmares. Blowtick will eat anything they see. Blowtick can grow to up to 40 feet, depending on how much they eat. Many trainers believe that their stomach never ends. This is a really fun design to make, and I'm glad I made it. Next up is the Leeches. Now, the Leeches are not a very important character in the games, but I had an extra space on the paper, so I wanted to include it. I thought of the idea to make a baby form of the Leeches. Now, the Leeches are just the baby form of what it will evolve into, which will be the next Pokemon I show. Jelleach, the water poison type, 1'4", 7.5 pounds, the ink Pokemon. Shiny concept is the light purple turns more yellow and white. You'll understand more when it evolves. Jelleach moves swiftly in the water. When moving, their bodies ooze out in ink like liquid. They evolve when poisoning 10 opponents. Now here is the final design of the video. This is the evolution of the Leech Pokemon Jelleach. So I really wanted to make a granny Pokemon from the Little Nightmares 1 DLC. So this is what I made. The shiny still stays the same, and the reason why I chose that was to represent how the player defeated the granny in the actual games, which represents electricity. Greninch was a kind of a hard Pokemon to make. I didn't want to make it too human-like, but all the granny was is just a human. Greninch, the water poison type, 4'3", 89.2 pounds, the drown Pokemon. The shiny concept, the purple turns yellow and the gray turns white. Same thing as the last one. Greninch hunt at the bottom of murky waters. When smaller Pokemon swim above them, they will grab them with their sharp jaws. That concludes the final Pokemon of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see a part 2, maybe Little Nightmares 2.